p.m. Can we get a roll call, please?
Mr. Belfiore? It's very expensive. Mr. Belfiore?
Here.
Mr. Biondo?
Here.
Mr. DiGiulio?
Here.
Mr. Ludston? Here. Mrs. Paletti? Here. Mr. Edisivich?
Here. Quorum has been established. I'd like to ask Mr. Adam McGreedy to step forward to take his oath of office. Let the record be known that Mr. McGreedy is not present. Can we get a roll call, please?
Mr. Belfiore?
Here.
Mr. Biondo?
Here.
Mr. DiGiulio?
Here.
Mr. Ludston?
Here.
Mr. McGreedy? Mrs. Paletti? Here. Mr. Edisivich?
Thank you. Discussion. Any action item? Motion to direct the superintendent to work with West 40 to remove a board member.
Make a motion. I'll second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. DiGiulio?
Yes.
Mr. Ludston?
Yes.
Mr. Edisivich?
Yes.
Mrs. Paletti? Yes. Mr. Belfiore?
Yes.
Mr. Biondo?
Yes.
Thank you. In your board packet, there is the letter that will be sent to him. Warner, can I ask you to please read the letter under action item, just so we're all aware of the letter that that we're going to be sending him tomorrow.
Under where is it at?
It's under 5A. There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
October 17th, 2017, at McGreedy. Dear Mr. McGreedy, records from the Board of Education, Norridge School District 80. The board indicate that you were elected to serve on the board on April 4, 2017. Since your election, you have failed to take the oath of office as required by School Code Section 1016.5, and you have failed to attend any meetings of the board, impairing the ability of our body to have a full contingent of board members to address district business. We have made several attempts to contact you regarding your absences, including the following letters sent May 2nd, 2017, June 7th, 2017, June 15th, 2017, July 11th, 2017, August 10th, 2017, September 15th, 2017, and October 13th, 2017. Please be aware that Section 3-15.5 of the School Code allows a regional superintendent of schools or executive director of an intermediate service enter to remove any member of a school board from office for willful failure to perform his official duties. Illinois School Code 105.5-3-15.5. Your failure to take the oath of office and your failure to attend a single board meeting of the board constitutes willful failure to perform official duties. The board has authorized me to request your written confirmation within 10 calendar days of the date of this letter of your continued interest in serving on the board as an assurance that you will take the oath of office and attend the next meeting of the board on November 21st, 2017 at 7 p.m. Should you fail to respond to this correspondence within the timeline specified, or after responding fail to take the oath of office and or attend the board meeting on November 21st, 2017, the board has further authorized me to send notice to Mark Kleiser, Executive Director of West 40 Intermediate Service Center, Cook County, and ask for your removal from the board pursuant to Section 3-15.5 of the School Code. Should you have any questions, please contact me immediately at 708-583-2068 or by email at pomalley@norridge80.net. Sincerely, Dr. Paul O'Malley, Superintendent.
Thank you. Will you all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Flags earlier.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to recognize our visitors for attending in such a large number with the Cubs game on, so thank you for coming. Received a couple of I'm sorry. Mike, could you please read a mission statement?
Yeah, the mission of Norridge School District 80 is inspiring educational excellence in a nurturing environment.
Thank you. Received several pieces of correspondence. There's one particular one that we received today. I would ask our secretary to read it. Warner, could you read the cover of it?
Thank you, District 80 and Board of Education. Pursuant to section. No, I'm sorry. That was funny. Okay, 10 top reasons why we love our new technology. Number 1, our old projector was hot and made us sweat. Number 2, now we don't have quote unquote chalk hands. Number 3, the touch screen is sensitive and easy to control. Number 4, screen is bigger and more visible, and the contrasting colors are awesome. Number 5, cleaning the whiteboard is easy. Number 6, there's no more annoying and dangerous wires on the floor. Number 7, our installed speakers help us hear what's happening on our touch screen. Number 8, it's easier to access our programs from our computer. Number 9, writing on a whiteboard is easier. And number 10, top 10 reasons why we love our new technology is no more struggles with technology. Yay. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Room 216, 3rd grade.
Great, thank you. We received a couple of FOIAs, and we'll go right into our presentation with Mrs. Palmer, Science Curriculum. Mrs. Palmer, the floor is yours.
Good evening, and go Cubbies. Yes, we had a special dress-up day today, so I wanted to represent. I'd like to introduce several members of our staff. I'd like to introduce, first of all, Vicki Maroney of our 3rd grade team. She has been a member of the Curriculum Review Committee on Science for several years now. Yep. And then I'd like to introduce all of my junior high teachers of science. I have Steve Havorka, who teaches 7th and 8th graders. I have Taylor Provax, who teaches 6th and 7th graders. And of course, Jen Foley, who teaches our 5th and 6th grade curriculum. I also want to highlight tonight, just so I don't forget, that these are the teachers who have volunteered to do our Halloween experience this year at the junior high. We are going to do all things exciting with rotten pumpkins, and thanks to the STEP group, and a special thanks to Mr. Biondo for getting us said rotten pumpkins donated. So
They're
that will
not
be
going to be rotten. They will
They're
be
from last year.
the
perfectly
good pumpkins. Okay, well, we're going to make them rotten in
Overly
various ways. Okay, so that'll be very fun. All right, tonight, we are going to actually come up with, yay. The curriculum review process was started way before I got here, and that's okay, because we are now in Science Year 3, and according to the process, we are supposed to be implementing and aligning, and that is what we will be doing with this new STEM Scopes curriculum. We will be communicating to families and the community. This is starting tonight. I will launch in all classrooms. The PD for faculty will start this Friday with a training for all of our lead teachers in the grade school, as well as obviously all 3 of my teachers. They will design and analyze assessments, and then of course integrate it into our MTSS plan. So we are back on track and forging ahead with our science curriculum. We're very excited about this because it definitely has a lot of positives that you'll see tonight. So I'm going to hand it over to my group.
So STEM Scopes is a program that offers a unit of study for the students, and it's all organized around this idea of a scope. So a scope is similar to like a unit. It's based on the next generation science standards, which is what the standards that we're teaching in science now as expected by the state of Illinois. And it tries to do things hands-on. It tries to make sure it's inquiry-based. It follows a learning model that's aligned well with the science standards, so it makes it a good choice to implement here. And the plus side is it involves work where students are working together and each other, but it also provides opportunities for individual work and individual sort of enrichment. From the teaching side, too, there's support and extension activities made available to teachers that they can then administer to their students as necessary and as needed.
Anna.
Okay. First of all, we need to be balanced.
So the STEM scopes, the lessons, it's pretty awesome. There's a lot to it, a lot more than I think we're doing now. It gives us more choices of things. Hands-on engineering design and real-world problem solving for sure. I was just looking at one earlier, and it was dealing with mixing baking soda and vinegar, which we just did, and I thought, well, that's kind of cool because it's stuff that they can actually see and do. It's not just on the computer. Okay, it's both. Aligns the labs and lessons to next generation science standards, which Steve said, which we took on a few years ago. So it's really nice to have a program that's really implementing that, and a lot of them are kind of all over the place. This focuses on those standards that we want to teach. Connects to Common Core standards in math, writing, and reading. So in the lessons, you get to the one part, and it has all those things. So the lesson that we teach, then at the end we can add in the reading aspect of it, the writing aspect, and the math. It's all three things are available with each lesson that we handle. Provides differentiation in the classroom. It provides extension activities for the kids that maybe have done really well and they're ahead of the game. So it's stuff that they can do while maybe we're catching up with other students, which is great. And then it also provides for the students that might be having problems, it gives them a little bit of extra work to help them get the lesson that we were teaching. And of course, it's student-based, which is everything that we do, and they love that.
So going along with what Jen was saying, STEM Scopes does have the aspect that it has the hands-on labs. We will receive kits that we can use so that students will have the materials already available to them, and we can just go from each scope to scope and take out that lab equipment. But it also is totally accessible online, which is great for the fact that we use Chromebooks in our classrooms. So it's instantly accessible, and it's very easy to customize it to individual student needs. STEM Scopes also allows students to continue their learning outside of the classroom because of that online accessibility. It allows students to submit their assignments all in one place, and it also helps us teachers to keep track of where students are at with their assignments so that we can ensure that they are where they should be and complete it when necessary. As well as teachers can access a variety of different authentic assessments for students, so that helps with data tracking to see how students are doing with those topics. And then finally, it perfectly aligns with our 21st century classroom environment.
According to the differentiation portion of STEM Scopes, teachers can access data, review the data points, and on an individual performance align and assign backup resource or review assignments. STEM Scope offers manageable solutions to reach underperforming students, as well as, I'm not sure if it mentioned in the scope, ELL also, there's a piece for ELL students as well. Offers an opportunity to conduct project-based learning, which is student-centered, and also cross-curricular connections, as was mentioned before, for math and reading. Kindergarten through fourth grade, specifically, kind of is a little bit different because not all the students have Chromebooks at kindergarten, first, and second. So STEM Scopes has an early explorer program, and it introduces the students to scientific phenomena, which is a really big concept to take on because it is not as a hands-on kind of thing. It's more global, so it's kind of I like this part when we were selecting this program is because it has that phenomena piece for them. It has the literacy, the math, while developing inquiry skills, which is really new for kindergarten, first, and second grade, and critical thinking skills. Center-based learning models, when they're working in groups and working together, it's easily differentiated for the little ones with cross-curricular learning as well. It has beautiful illustrations. We looked this up versus the National Geographic line, and this one was really great. They have vocabulary that's online, even though the kids, they have still tablets that they can have online vocabulary cards. Beautiful illustrations and nice big books that students just love. You know, sit there with the kids on the floor and have them see these big books and just their eyes wide open and just amazed with the beauty of science.